everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. As you can see, we've got a product unboxing lined up. We're going to go deep on Hornet Leader Carrier Air Operations from Dan Verson Games, along with its expansion, the Cthulhu Conflict. If you're a regular viewer on the channel, you know I've had quite the sordid story with this game and expansion. The first time I went deep on these two were copies of each I got from Noble Knight, and to put it mildly, they were a total hot mess. So we ended up with a new and shrink for each one from a gentleman off of Board Game Geek. And I'll fill you guys in on the short story on what happened with the Cthulhu Conflict once again, just as a reminder. But let's go ahead and bring Cthulhu Conflict out of shot for the time being. We'll take a look at Carrier Air Operations first. As I mentioned, the very first time I unboxed this game was the first copy I got from Noble Knight. And I had a hot mess in there. I had random stuff. The tokens were, a lot of the tokens were missing. I had the wrong board. I had maybe the cards right, but that was about it. So let's go ahead, get the shrink off of here. I think here's my best access point. There we go. So as a reminder, I am doing a giveaway for the open copy that Noble Knight sent me after we straightened everything out there for my 300th video on the channel. So if you're a US-based subscriber, go find that video, like it, and leave a comment on a product, a game, or a recipe for Mystical Munchies you've tried because of me. So there's the shrink wrap off. We'll go ahead and get this open. We've got the instruction manual. We thumbed through that. Hey, look at that. We've got the right board, plus I've still got the neoprene mat in there. Sheet 4 of 1. That seems weird. Okay, so we've got the punch board, first sheet of punch board. The other side of that's all going to need to get punched out, of course. Sheet 2. Hold on. Something. Sheet 3. Back of that. And sheet 4. Is this a different printing? Right, the player log, which I'm actually working on getting a copy of that off of the Geek. Help sheet to set everything up, which is also single-sided. The campaigns: Libya, World War III, Iraq, Israel Defense, Syria 2004, Taiwan Defense 2008, North Korea 2011, and Iran 2014. Then we've got all the cards here still sealed along with the D10. So, okay. Looks like that's all good to go here. So we can get that back in the box, and I'll move it over. I'll get this out of the way, back over to the side. Put the box back, put the lid back on. And then we'll bring the Cthulhu Conflict back into shot. The story around the Cthulhu Conflict actually turned out to be much more sordid than I initially thought. So I know I mentioned this briefly in one of the unboxing videos, but basically that copy of Cthulhu Conflict that I had from Noble Knight, turns out it had some of the components missing, and after I posted the video on BGG, somebody actually reached out and recognized that copy. I was able to go through, confirm that it was the exact same copy, and apparently it was a copy he had returned to Noble Knight because the pilots that you need to play this were actually missing. So we're going to see if we can find that. I'm not going to unseal absolutely everything in here, but we'll get started by taking the shrink wrap off. Ow. Okay, so the shrink wrap is off. All right, this time I'm going to do something I don't usually do. We're going to take a look at the... So Nomad looks to be one of the pilots that we need, if I had to take a guess. But let's go ahead and see what we've got in here. Come on. This thing does not want to open, so this will be our visit to Relay. I already thumbed through the rulebook, so we won't look at that again. Player log. Nope. Whoa, whoa. Punch board, which was basically which was basically falling out here. That's the backside. Here's the front, and I've got tokens now flying out. Mostly that tokens flying out I normally don't like, but that's on me in this case because that's the way I just happened to grab it. They were holding a lot better in the base game, but I think that's because of how they were packaged in the base game. So I'm going to just get this craft tray open that I bought. With the idea of organizing everything in here. Okay, looking at this, I'll put the craft tray down for a second, but I already do see the two pilots that were missing from the original copy of the game, or from the first copy I had. Okay, let's see how this opens. Come on. Okay, there we go. So I'll bring the disorders that are starting to fall out. Looks like those will fit in there for the time being. At least to get them out of the way and somewhat organized. I'm sure I'll end up doing something different with them over the long haul. But I think we can start pulling some of these chits out and get them in here so I can at least start the organizing project. I don't know if it's necessarily going to stay in the tray like this, but we'll see what I end up doing with them. Alright, that can go there. So yes, I've already started punching it, as you can see. And the back side of that. And we've got our conflicts. Relay. The Hawaiian Islands, the Mediterranean, and the East Coast. And I already see one of the pilots, which was supposedly missing from the other game, and then a D20, which I presume is something I'm going to need when I go to roll for everything. So I can get that closed up. We'll put everything back in this box. And then that finally ties up the story, the somewhat sordid story around Hornet Leader and the Cthulhu Conflict. Once again, the giveaway for the other base game of Hornet Leader is still open. So you go find the 300th video on the channel. If you're a US subscriber, find that video, leave a like on it and a comment on something you've tried because of one of my videos. As for what's coming up on the channel, tomorrow we're on track to play Cthulhu Death May Die, and Wednesday we're playing Tank on Tank Westfront. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.